Hello, everybody, and welcome here to Sports Talk Network, and specifically here for my WWE Smackdown Live review of November 21st, 2017 edition of the Smackdown Live, and with Raw and the craziness that went down there with the start of the show, the middle of the show, and the end of the show that I discussed last night in the Raw review here on this channel. Welcome to check that out if you haven't yet, so do so. Welcome to follow me on Twitter at WWE_podcast. Welcome to subscribe to the channel, like the video, share, comment, and subscribe and otherwise. But like I said, for everything that happened last night, three big things. To expect there's a lot of craziness that will be happening, or did happen here on SmackDown Live, so much that it took a while for me to make in my mind of what I was going to title this SmackDown Live would be the main thing. It certainly was interesting to see how everything went down and how the show was actually from start to beginning, or start to end, meaning beginning to the end. Either way, so it's certainly no, actually starting early, Jay Thomas. Because usually I have it set for 10 p.m. Central to start, just like my Raw reviews, because Raw ends at 10. But tonight I wanted to start a little bit earlier because it is the holiday week and this and that, and spend time with family. So, like I would like to do any week, but more so this week than other, and I prefer. But either way, you can talk to some people, hopefully on Facebook and otherwise, back and forth, voice messages. But either way, let's get back to SmackDown Live. Talk about it. Start with the show with Shane McMahon coming out there, calling out Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn to get their candy asses in the ring. Interesting exchange between Shane McMahon, Kevin Owens, and Sami Zayn. Shane McMahon getting to the point where he was going to say those two infamous words to both of them. He says his father made famous, Vincent Kennedy McMahon, saying you're fired. But before he does that, moments before, Daniel Bryan's music hits. And Daniel Bryan comes out there. Sami Zayn's trying to be a little kiss up to Daniel Bryan, saying, hey, voice of reason's coming out here, thanks. At least somebody has sense and all this other stuff. And Daniel Bryan just cuts him off and tells him to just please be quiet. Please shut up. Just shut up. Basically, I know that he didn't say that verbatim, so don't quote me on it, but something like that. To Sami Zayn, he does it again after Sami tries to say something again. And Daniel Bryan talking about the whole locker room of SmackDown Live, kind of what Shane McMahon was saying, but kind of implying, well, it could be two against the whole roster, right? That's kind of what I was thinking at first. I'm like, would they really go that way? I remember on a Monday Night Raw a long time ago, because it was a triple threat match heading into a pay-per-view, was going to be the main event. Triple H, Randy Orton, or John Cena heading into a pay-per-view event, and on the Raw, or the weeks leading up to it, each of them got to book the other in a match, or match others in the matches. And it was Triple H night, and he books Randy Orton and John Cena against the whole men's like heel roster or face whatever roster Raw or the roster there men in a match. So I thought maybe they were going that way too against the many there on SmackDown Live, but in the end they went with Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn versus the New Day, specifically Big E and Kofi Kingston, with Xavier Woods being outside the ring, being the lead lumberjack, because it was going to be a lumberjack match there. So it makes me kind of interesting, wondering where this is going. Is it really, is it specifically going to Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn? Going to be going to Monday Night Raw, going over there, because they did list off superstars that they would have beaten or would beat on Raw, and they would have beaten if they were part of the SmackDown Live team and this and that. Kurt Angle, Triple H, Braun Strowman, Brock Lesnar, even himself, talking about Kevin Owens specifically talking about that to defeat. So that could be the case. They could, in a sense, have Owens go to Raw, but Zayn staying on SmackDown, in a sense. I don't know how things are going to go. I don't know if they're still in hot water. Truthfully, behind the scenes, it's the fact that they were actually at Survivor Series, actually booked on the show in a way, with them attacking Superman and everything that happened there, and then continuing on here tonight on SmackDown Live, that everything's at least okay. And then maybe they had to take some medicine and sometimes and having this match and otherwise other things going on, and then being able to move on from there. I don't know. But either way, it's an interesting way to start off or have SmackDown Live that was straight fire for the whole entire night. That was for sure, and definitely needed to be with everything that happened on Raw. With them being 2 hours, made it even seamlessly better and transition smoothly between the matches and everything beyond that. The match is going on pretty damn well, and certainly enjoyed it for sure. Moving forward, before I move forward, I was just gonna check my live chat. Like I said, those that are watching live, looking to like the video while you're watching. But I was just checking the live chat to see if anybody had other things to say. Sean Benjamin defeating Jey Uso 1-1. Of course, the next pay-per-view is our only SmackDown Live exclusive pay-per-view event, and that being Clash of Champions in 4 weeks. 4 weeks on the WWE Network. There's still the Clash of Champions also has to be defended. Now, I still say there should be Big Six. There should be Clash of Champions being dual brand and Money in the Bank, because think of it this way, like really, just think about it for a moment. And if you want to, I don't know how people are able to cut out or whatever sections of a video to share on Twitter or otherwise. Maybe share this to Triple H, WWE at WWE at Triple H, at Steph McMahon, at Vince McMahon. Because I want to kind of pitch an idea here to WWE. And maybe it's been pitched already and at the thumbs down. But dual brand events, being special, 4 hours, having titles on the line, especially Clash of Champions, which Triple H I'm talking about. I want more epic, more intriguing, and interesting and entertaining for the WWE Universe to have Night of Champions, a dual branded event. You'll have all the titles defended, of course, the WWE Championship, Universal Championship, the Raw and SmackDown Live Tag Team Championships, the Raw and SmackDown Live Women's Championships. Of course, you don't want to forget about those, the Intercontinental Championship, and also the United States Championship, and let's not forget the Cruiserweight Championship, because it's now here. And heck, if you want to throw in the UK title being defended, fine, why not for singles? Let's have matches in the pre-show and this and that, and there you go. Then Money in the Bank, since Survivor Series, as they keep saying, is the only time during the season or during the year that WWE goes 1-on-1. And again, when I keep talking about season, I mean night after WrestleMania to the next WrestleMania. That's how I see it. Just like I have the holiday season starting October 1st to include Halloween from October 1st to January 1st. But anyways, they always say for one night during the season or the one time during the year, WWE has SmackDown Live versus Monday Night Raw. So at Money in the Bank, that might not be the case. So if that's not going to be the case, you have 4 Money in the Bank ladder matches. Contract for WWE title, contract for Universal title, contract for Raw Women's, contract for SmackDown Live Women's Championships. And other matches surrounding in between, 4-hour show there. Boom, book it that way. And you still have them spread out in your calendar year or in your, as I call it, WWE season, night after WrestleMania to WrestleMania, where it ebbs and flows and still works together to have brand-specific pay-per-views on the road to those bigger events. And if you have 6 instead of 4 big pay-per-views or dual-branded pay-per-views, then even when the brand extension ends, because that will end at some point, just like it did the first time, which was what it was then. But then even there, you still can be able to have it a 4-hour pay-per-view with the titles being combined, having other matches, and having other superstars turn shine in their own right. And I think that would be a pretty good idea to have Night of Champions / now Clash of Champions, along with Money in the Bank, to be the brand events, to make it 4-hour shows, to make it more interesting in that sense. Because now we have a SmackDown Live exclusive for Night of Champions, only 4 championships to be defended, because that's how it is. With a 3-hour event. I know they'll still be able to have promos and commercials from the WWE Network and for WrestleMania tickets and this and that and other things that they do. It's fine. Plus backstage segments, pre-show as well. 1-hour pre-show with regular pay-per-view events. But I certainly hope that maybe in the future that WWE does at least think about having those Well, yes, that would mean, I don't know where I left off, but yes, that would mean that there was some kind of issue that happened here. I don't know. Someone let me know where I left off. But I was talking about AJ Styles answering Mahal's challenge. Mahal coming up on the Tron, saying that it'll happen when he wants it to happen, and that he's going to invoke his rematch clause at Clash of Champions in 4 weeks on the WWE Network. I do hope he wins the title back, have the title, and take it into WrestleMania, as I thought the plan was going to be all along for him to have a nice, long, great title reign. But even with this hiccup, because of the fact that WWE might want a better matchup, I guess, as the fans would say, better matchup of having AJ Styles facing Brock Lesnar than Jinder Mahal facing Brock Lesnar. Because I guess that we needed Brock to win, as much as I guess I said before, leading up to the event, while it was still Jinder Mahal in the match, that WWE putting themselves in a hard place and would have to have Jinder win to have his title be incredible and him being a incredible champion. But WWE seems like they needed to and want to have Brock keeping winning and being undefeated in his own right up until WrestleMania, and protecting the F5, and until he faces Roman Reigns and Reigns win the title at WrestleMania 34. I do still think that's long-term plan for Brock Lesnar. So in that sense, having AJ Styles won't hurt him too much to lose, having a great match, having a whole bunch of more offense than most superstars have faced Brock in his career, let alone at this end of his return. So even for that to be the case, I do hope that Jinder does win the title back at night, or the Clash of Champions. So moving right along to the things Ruby Riott, Liv Morgan and Sarah Logan getting called up from WWE NXT because he has turned the SmackDown Live Women's Championship match, and even also before attacking Naomi and Becky Lynch. And for those that go on the WWE YouTube channel or whatever, WWE.com, and see that in their attack on Naomi and Becky Lynch specifically, because I think that's already up on the channel for YouTube, WWE's YouTube channel. Just watch that spot with when they throw Becky Lynch into that crate. Like, it seemed like that almost looked like a real injury there with her ribs. I think her and the crate connected a little early, a couple seconds earlier than it was planned. It just seemed that way, at least to me, watching it there in regular motion, but slowing it down in like instant replay motion in slow-mo. But it certainly looked that way, whether she was selling it really well while the beatdown was continuing, or something actually happened, whether serious or just something real injury happened. Either way, that certainly shook me for a second, because I didn't know if that was or something did happen there. But either way, then during the championship match, the Italian versus Charlotte Flair, then they attacked both of them, and I thought that would have been a perfect opportunity for Carmella, Miss Money in the Bank, the Superstars theme music that I play here to start the show, and the end of the show here, episode of the review, have her cash in and become the champion. Like, they leave, and as they're already halfway gone, already in the stands, whatever, staring down Charlotte or staring down their masterpiece of what they did, you hear Carmella's music. She comes out. Heck, I would have been even okay if Carmella cashed in during the commercial break, and that same sequence happening, but not for us or something. Or they have that picture-in-picture they're starting to do on the USA Network for SmackDown Live, and you're like, oh crap, something's actually happening, right? Just like they did with AJ Styles winning the U.S. title from Kevin Owens and Madison Square Garden in a house show. You have to go to a house show. You never know who's going to show up or what title actually might change hands. Well, for commercials, especially ones that they do have the picture-in-picture with SmackDown Live or on Raw, more so here in SmackDown Live, have Carmella cashing in during that time, and then they go back to the show after the commercials are done, and you're watching Carmella celebrating, her music playing, and her raising the title over her head. So that would have been an awesome. It would have been the most opportune time, most optimistic moment for Carmella to do so, but they decided not to, and they just moved on to the main event, which was Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn in a lumberjack match against the New Day. But in the end, Zayn and Owens wins because all the lumberjacks go after each other, and craziness ensues there. It was like a Royal Rumble, or almost like the craziness like with the invasions at the start and the end of the Survivor Series build. But in the end, Owens and Zayn get the win. Zayn gets attacked. Rusev and his buddy there actually kind of helping them, letting them escape. So that was interesting in its own right. And then Owens is pleading with Daniel Bryan not to fire him, and Daniel's like, I was never gonna fire you. But what I am gonna do is have you face Randy Orton 1-on-1 next week because he's gonna break you in half. So, yeah. But no, it was pretty dang impactful, awesome SmackDown Live. You know me, I'm Team Blue, not just because I host this show here weekly along with my Raw one, but I also host a SmackDown Live review over at Talking WJ. But I'm just a SmackDown guy. 2 hours, orange story lines, and it just seems like the app it just flows better. Just like between WWE pay-per-view event and NXT event, takeover against Survivor Series this weekend, or takeover against another week for the takeovers. With either way, takeovers always seem to be better because shorter time, more to work with, and then actually focus more on wrestling than other things as well. So the same thing here between Raw and SmackDown each week. Maybe not every week. There are weeks where I do actually say Raw was better. But this week, the Raw after Survivor Series. And now judging it against tonight's SmackDown after Survivor Series, SmackDown Live. I would say SmackDown Live did better than Monday Night Raw. Getting that greater than simple better. We all learned the math. SmackDown Live being greater than Raw this week, in my opinion. And part of that will always somewhat, the factor being one of the things is the 3-hour versus 2-hour. And it's how this episode went, flowed, and in that sense, in that vein, I would say that Raw certainly did better. I mean, SmackDown Live did better, I'm sorry. But I think everybody that watched the live, Jamie and Renee, hope to see you both tomorrow night, actually. Wednesday night, I will be doing Steve's Wrestling Ramble on a special night because it is Thanksgiving here in America. So I, of course, will be celebrating with my family as well. So, and hopefully in the coming years with maybe a special someone as well, moving forward. But anyways, I won't want to do any videos at all on my channel or on my other channel, Animated Awesomeness, as well. So I won't be doing videos on Thursday. I'll actually have a day off during a week for first time in a while for Thanksgiving. So I'll be doing Steve's Wrestling Ramble tomorrow night. So I'll be back for that. But even before then, I'll be back on this channel for Talking Packers with Steve. I'll be doing that tomorrow afternoon. So I had to push that back a little bit to the afternoon tomorrow, and then I'll be doing Steve's Wrestling Ramble in the evening. So I think those are watching live. Those will be watching archive. Welcome to like the video, share the video, tweet it at WWE people or Superstars and others about my pitch, my idea for the pay-per-views and adding 2 more to the big events, making them 2 branded. But above all else, as always, take care.